All right. Hey guys, Brad here from Delivery Driver Academy with some exciting news, dropping some new routes. These routes are about to happen, and I want to give you a heads up. So if you are looking for a contract, this may be the one for you. Now, if you're watching this video for the first time, you're visiting this YouTube channel for the first time, go ahead and hit the subscription button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. So that way you'll get notified anytime I have a new route and I make it public, you're going to get notified right away so you won't miss the opportunity. Now, many of you are watching this video because I sent it to you in an email. Maybe you've never subscribed to my channel either. This is a good time to do that because each time we get a new route and other important announcements, including just some educational stuff about cargo van final mile delivery work, you're going to want to be in touch with my channel. Okay, here it is on the screen, by the way. All right, let's talk about the route. I know what you guys want to know. You want to know how much does it pay? That's what everybody wants to know, of course. So let's dive into specifications. This is what I have so far. The routes are going to start on Wednesday, October 23rd. Today is October 14th. So that's just around the corner. That's in about 9 days. By the way, this is 2024. So we're talking 9 days from the publication of this video. We are going to start running those routes. It's a 7-day-a-week route. I don't expect very many drivers to want to do 7 days a week. That's fine. We're going to mix and match. We're going to work out the schedule based on what you are available for, and I'm going to make it happen. It's going to start each of the 7 days will start at 8 a.m. The routes are going to be approximately, now look, this is approximate because we haven't run the routes yet. We're going to learn together as we go, but when the routes are light, it might be as few as 60 miles. And if the routes are really heavy, it might be 120 miles or more. This is just based on my own experience for this amount of freight. By the way, the freight levels are expected to be 50 packages up to 100 packages. So what's going to happen is on a day that's very slow, maybe you only have 50 packages, maybe it's less than 50 packages. We are guaranteeing your pay. But on those days, you might only drive 50 or 60 miles. Then the very next day, you might come in, maybe there had a retail event going on, you know, Cyber this, Black Monday, whatever. And all of a sudden, there's a lot of freight. We're going to cap it at 100 pieces. But on those days, you're going to drive a lot more miles if you're delivering 100 pieces. So that's the deal. And I know a lot of guys want to know how much time should it take to deliver these routes. And the honest answer is I'm not sure yet. But roughly, we're guessing that it's going to be 6 to 10 hours. I mean, it's an educated guess, though. I mean, this is what we do. And I've probably placed as many as 75 contracts this year already. So I have a pretty good handle on how these things work. So 6 to 10 hours is a very reasonable, educated guess. Same with the miles. Here's the best part, the payment, $220 guaranteed every single day that you show up and run the route. $220 guaranteed every day. So even if you only deliver 50 pieces and you're done in 6 hours, you're going to make $220. And on those really difficult days, which are going to happen, where it's bad weather and it's freezing and the heater went out in your van and the traffic is horrible and you have 100 pieces, you might be out there for 11 hours. You might be out there for 12 hours. But in general, that's not what we're looking at. We're looking at the average being somewhere between 6 to 10 hours. Also, from my experience, the general hourly rate a driver is going to make is going to be somewhere around $25 an hour. Now, you can't go crazy trying to always look for that exact number because some days you're going to make $32 an hour. Some days you're going to make $20 an hour. The trick to this business, and this is what I've learned over the years. I'm a former driver. I've driven plenty of routes. The trick is when you have these great days where you didn't deliver much, you were done in 4 hours and you made a bunch of money. Don't get too happy because that's not how it's going to work. On a consistent basis, it's not going to go like that. But then on those other days that are really bad and the traffic was terrible, it was freezing and it took forever and you had a lot of freight and it took you 11 hours and you still made the same money, don't get too discouraged because at the end of the day, you're going to make a great hourly wage, right? Freight goes up and down like a yo-yo. So you don't want to go up and down like a yo-yo. Let the freight do its thing. You want to stay centered and have a business mindset and grind it out and just stay on the route and stay on the money. All right. you're getting a bonus here because I didn't mean to talk about all this stuff, but I can't help but teaching you guys because I haven't been there myself. I understand exactly what you're doing. But that's the deal. Now let's talk about the locations. There are 3 locations. And what's interesting about these routes is you do not have to come to our warehouse in Beltsville to get the freight. Here's what's so cool about it. There's an Elk Ridge route, there's a Vienna route, and there's a Germantown route. So here's a map of Vienna. This is Vienna, Virginia. Here's Tyson, very near Tyson's. You can see my map here. Got your Tyson's down below. You got Dunn Loring, you got Falls Church, you got Maryfield, you got Oakton, Virginia. If you live anywhere in any of these areas that you can see on this map, this is going to be a great route for you. The deal is you show up at this location, which is just near the Dulles Toll Road and Route 7. It's very near, right off the highway, basically. So you come there in the morning at 8 o'clock, you pick up the freight, and you're delivering in the same area that you're looking at on the map. This is what makes this so cool. Everybody else, when you run, you got to go to Beltsville, where our warehouse is, to pick up the freight. And then you still got to, let's say you're delivering in Woodbridge, you still got to come to Beltsville to get the freight and then go all the way to Woodbridge. These routes are not doing that. You're picking up in the neighborhood that you're delivering to, or in the city name that you're delivering to. In this case, it's Vienna, Virginia. Okay, now, how do you contact me? If we haven't already been in touch and you're watching this video directly from YouTube, look in the description of this video and you're going to read the instructions on how to communicate with me. It's going to be a link you click and you're going to give me some information that's going to get you into my database, and then I'm going to send you an email. We can also keep in touch through text once I actually get your phone number and I text you. Okay, cool. So the other city that we're going to be rocking a route in is Germantown, Maryland. Now, Germantown is right up 270. I'm looking for drivers that live in Germantown or surrounding areas like Boyd's. Montgomery Village is ideal. Gaithersburg's cool. Maybe Poolesville, a little bit far west, but I know a driver that lives in Poolesville. There's nothing happening in Poolesville. So if you live in Poolesville, you're used to driving. But this is great because you're not dealing with traffic in the morning. You're going north. If you live south of Germantown, in the morning when everybody's coming down 270, you could be going up 270. You're going to pick up the freight in Germantown. You're going to deliver it not only in Germantown, you're going to deliver it in the entire surrounding areas. As I said, it's possible for you to be doing 120 miles, or maybe days where you do more than 120 miles. But there's going to be other days where you're only going to do 60 or 70 miles. So it really depends. But the deal is you're picking up the freight in the same general area that you're delivering in, which is, if you've been in the final mile game for any length of time, you know that is great, especially if you live in that area. In fact, I'm going to give preference to delivery drivers in cargo vans. By the way, I haven't mentioned that yet. These routes are for full-size cargo vans. Please do not fill out my form and tell me how big the SUV is that you have and that you took the seats out and you can fit 100 packages in there. I'm telling you, our contract requires a full-size cargo van. I'm talking about a Ford E-Series, a Ford Transit, a Ram ProMaster, a Chevy Express, a Mercedes Sprinter van, okay, a Freightliner, a full-size cargo van. That's what we need. All right, so that's Germantown, and then the final route is going to be in Elk Ridge, Maryland, which means if you live in Laurel, North Laurel, Clarksburg, Columbia, Ellicott City, Hanover, Elk Ridge itself, anywhere up in here, Brooklyn, maybe you live in South Baltimore, maybe you live right off the Baltimore Beltway. Elk Ridge is for you. Show up in Elk Ridge, load your van, go deliver, make $220 guaranteed each and every day that you are working. And my plan is to use a couple drivers for each route because I'm not going to ask anybody to do 7 days a week. Maybe you want to do 7 days a week, but I don't even like starting guys on 7 days a week. I'd rather start you on 5 days a week because I always got some guys that want to do weekends. So we're going to iron all this out this week and into next week because I don't have much time. I have basically 9 days. And if we do really well, the company that we're contracting with is going to give us more routes. So it's very likely not only going to be one driver at each location. It could be as many as 3 or more drivers at each location. All right, so that's the deal. Now, just last thing, for a bonus, in the video description of this video, I want you to check out a link that I'm dropping down there. It's a referral link so you can save money on your fuel charges, your fuel costs. There's an incredible app called Upside. I've been using it for years. It works. I thought it was a scam at first, but I tried it. It totally works, especially when I was driving a lot. You fill up using this app, you use certain gas stations, but they're everywhere. Everybody's participating in it now. So you download the app and be sure to use my referral code that's in the description of this video because you're going to get bonus, especially the first time that you use it. You're going to get a massive rebate. It's worth doing the referral link just for that. But once you get into that app, anywhere that you're delivering to, anywhere that you are, that you need fuel, you just open the app. It's going to know where you are and it's going to present you gas stations that are participating in this rebate program. And for every gallon of gas that you purchase, you get a rebate. And sometimes it's as little as 10 cents, not exciting, but other days it's 20 cents or more per gallon. So it doesn't sound like much, but if you got a van, you're putting, I don't know, 20 gallons of gas in there at 20 cents. Do the math. You're going to get some bucks. And if you're driving a lot and you're filling up your tank twice a week, at the end of the month, that money, by the way, you set the threshold in the app. So once you build up the rebates to a certain level that you set, the threshold, it automatically puts it back into your checking account that the debit card that you're using is from. How cool is that? So I just set the threshold and automatically every now and then, boink, you just see some money show up in your account. Of course, you just put it right back in your tank. Hey, man, I'm dropping value here. I'm creating value for you guys. All right. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, hit that notification bell. Throw me a like too to encourage me to keep putting these opportunities out publicly because otherwise I just do it through my own internal email list. But I'm opening this up to everybody on YouTube. Spread the word. I always need good drivers. By the way, maybe you don't live in any of those areas, but you're watching this video. Still contact me because wherever you live, if it's in the DC, Baltimore metropolitan area, there's a good chance that at some point we might be able to do a deal together and you get your own contract. Okay. All right. Thanks for watching. I hope to hear from you if you're the right guy for the route. And whatever you do, drive safe. Watch out for the cameras. And I hope to see you again here on my channel for the next video. Take care now. Bye-bye.